Ladies and gentlemen, spawning in the bottom left position of the map that is Neoplanet S, we have as our blue Terran player coming in to try to swing things back for Team Liquid. Will he be able to give it up for TeaJa? And spawning in the top right position as our red Terran player. He's taken out last couple of guys, including Snoot and Hero. Will he be able to take out this guy? As coming in for MVP, it is Dream. So, TvT on Neoplanet S is actually one of the more volatile, crazy maps, and that's not to say that TvT isn't volatile and crazy on every map now, but it's one of the shorter maps, which means that things like fast drops, either Widow Mines, Hellbats, you name it, are going to be able to move across the field a lot more quickly. The same kind of goes for Reaper play, but it's not quite as big in TvT on maps like this, where it's a lot easier to scout. So we're going to have to see. It does look like TeaJa wants to open up with a command center first, which is a bit interesting considering how short the map is. If Dream was going to go for a Reaper play, it could be a bit devastating, but he's not worried about it. He doesn't really care. He's just going to get that CC at 14 supply, and it looks like he's going to build on the low ground too, so he is completely unafraid of Dream's play style right now. So TeaJa showing some early confidence, and Dream is going to go, you know, he's got that barracks. He's going to get his gas together as well very, very soon. And well, he does, he's going to start a Reaper. And this can make things a little bit interesting. Basically, TeaJa's going to have his first Marine starting as that Reaper is coming out. So it's going to take a good little bit of control, a good bit of micro. And if TeaJa only opens up with one barracks, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But no, it looks like he will go for the 2 barracks follow-up to his command center first. Very, very smart, wise play. Doesn't want to be too open here. SCV scout for Dream is actually going to poke away at the SCV, building the command center for TeaJa. He might actually get it. He really does not want to give that up. That would be a pretty sucky loss to have at the start of this map, especially considering how far down his team already is. But ooh, he's getting close. He's getting mighty close. Doesn't look like he's gonna be able to get it though. Forcing some money to be spent on repairs though is Dream. Not bad play at all. That Reaper is gonna be ducking in soon enough. The first Marine is just started, and he's gonna start a bunker in the natural expansion. This is where things can get a bit tricky, ladies and gentlemen. He does have that Reaper on the way now, and this is going to be a rough spot to be in. Dream has that bunker coming up. He's going to run to the main base, picking away at the SCV count. He's got 1 kill so far. The SCV's trying to repair themselves for TeaJa. The second SCV is going to go down as well. And this is, you know, it's not a crazy amount of game-ending damage, but it is a very, very, very annoying pressure to have to deal with, especially when you go CC first in TvT. Another SCV will die. And Dream, he's got to micro his heart out. He has a second Reaper now as well. He's going to get a command center behind this and a reactor and a factory, so he's going to move into what appears to be Hellions. But he can just let these Reapers sit in here. He can regenerate his health once those combat drugs kick in, and then he can try to dive in and do a little bit more damage. But with the double barracks production going on for TeaJa, there's not a lot of space in this map for Reapers to jump up once you get the main area, the frontal area covered. So Dream is just gonna leave this bunker here. I think this is a nice play. He forced the CC first on the low ground to go back into the main base, and he's delayed the economy a little bit aside from killing SCVs. So I really like this decision, because even though he went CC first, Dream still has more workers than him, and this command center is going to be done and operational in just a couple of seconds, so about 35 seconds away from that orbital command being done once it starts. And this is important because the infrastructure set up for Dream, everything else is fine. Dream has all of the cards in his hands. He knows everything that's going on in TeaJa's base. TeaJa doesn't really know anything at all about what Dream is doing. And that's one of the benefits of going for this somewhat aggressive style, because the Reapers get you information. The Reapers get you what you want. And he's just pumping out naked Marines. He's getting out of factory. He's going to bring these Marines down, take out this bunker. But the Reapers will escape. He's going to poke away at them. And now he can actually jump into the main base and try to deal even more damage. I really like this play, though. Dream is just being as tenacious as can be. with these forces. And we actually have an armory and a couple Widow Mines on the way for Dream, so it looks like he wants to head into a 2-base Hellbat drop, which should be pretty nice to see. It's not almost never really bad to just go for Hellbat drops. So the fact that TeaJa hasn't got an add-on yet, though, makes me think he might be looking towards going mech, but it's going to be difficult to successfully execute that kind of a switch given his current game situation. We could see mech out of Dream, though. He does now have his first Hellbats on the way. Also getting up a medevac. Scan from TeaJa is going to reveal pretty much everything, actually. He knows, okay, there's a third command center. You have Hellbats on the way. You have medevac on the way. So I got to prepare for Hellbat drops. And in the meantime, these Hellions for Dream are being a nuisance for TeaJa. He doesn't have a bunker or anything. He's slowly inching forward with these Widow Mines and the Hellion support. And this is such a nice play from Dream. He wants to bait him into the Widow Mines, and you know, all it's going to take is one really good Widow Mine hit, and TeaJa could suddenly lose a lot of workers in his natural. He's building a bunker in the mineral line. That's how worried he is about this. He does have a siege tank out, but he's going to siege it in his main base to be safe against the Hellbats. Dream, he is headed towards the natural expansion, but like I said, that bunker with the 4 Marines in it is going to be more than enough to deal with the Hellbats. The problem is these Hellions are getting in some very, very weird amounts of damage that you wouldn't normally see in this type of situation. In fact, you don't normally see this situation happen terribly often, as it were. So the Widow Mine's kind of a nice little edgy defense here. I feel like the setup for TeaJa costs him a bit of money, of course, to defend against the Hellbat drops, but MVP Dream, he's gonna be like, you know what, he's got bunkers in his mineral line, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna fly around towards the main base and see if that's open. Now that also has a bunker in the mineral line, but Dream does not know that. So right now he's just trying to find anything that he can, and we're actually going to see TeaJa go into stem with the combat shield upgrade. Viking will deter this medevac. He wants her to bait him over this his Widow Mine, but he's not going to be leaving from that position. He's like, no, I'm on hold position. I'm not going anywhere. Another Hellbat drop is going to be moving in for Dream, though. And we do have a missile turret coming up for TeaJa. He's not getting rid of this bunker. He is playing it safe. So I actually really, really like this. But the Hellbat drop could move in anyway. Is he going to be able to get any damage? We're about to find out, guys. Oh, he's moving in. Not really much killed at all for TeaJa. Now he's starting to get a couple kills. That's nice, but nothing too much before then. Ooh, he needs to be very careful with the positioning of those SCVs. Yeah, and he's not going to do too much. And the drop's going to head into the main base. But there's another bunker here, and the medevac's going to die. But he will get the 2 Hellbats out, so not as bad as it could have been. And Dream, he's not going to kill a lot, but he still killed 9 SCVs so far this game. Total worker count, just take a quick look, is about dead even. So maybe an SCV lead or 2 for Dream, but his supply block kind of evens that out as well. We actually have our MVP Terran player now taking his 3rd base. Not unusual at all. Love this Widow Mine placement, though. This Viking is pretty close to the danger zone, as it were. The Widow Mine outside of the natural, able, of course, to spy if anything does move out. TeaJa taking down those destructible plates. The mine does pick off a scouting SCV, and well, TeaJa realizes, okay, so he knows I'm moving out. He does kill that mine off, and he's making his way over there, but there's a lot of Hellbats already on the field for Dream. He has the tanks, and this is a more mobile force for TeaJa. Don't be mistaken, guys, but the problem here is he doesn't have quite enough to just, to break through a segmented level of defense for a Dream. So with the current positioning of these units, Dream can defend pretty well. He does have 3 medevacs loaded with Hellbats. He can throw these behind any attacking armies. He can also just go for a lot of harass with them. But it's going to be interesting to see now. I'm trying to see where that scan went down. But TeaJa does now have this expansion going. His 3rd base, he's finally landed it. A little bit behind Dream as far as the timing for taking it. But he is doing everything that he can. We do have, medevac headed across the bottom side of the map. He's going to try to bring in 2 Hellbats. There's already a bunker with Marines in it, though. And look at this. TeaJa is playing this game so safe. He is taking 0 chances. And now he's going to move in towards the 3rd. These Hellbats are going to come out, but how much is he going to be able to kill with these Marines here? I don't know. The medevac instantly goes down. And the Hellbat, not going to get too much. TeaJa, if you guys want to know one of the ways to defend Hellbat drops, there you go. Just throw a bunker in every freaking mineral line. Very nice play from our Liquid Terran. And Dream does have his medevac set up. He can try to go for that MVP style, or flash, I guess, of the Hellbats in the air and the tanks on the ground, where he pretty much just drops the Hellbats all over the units that would normally be kiting or would be ranged, and then the tanks, of course, are kind of protected by that because the Hellbat AoE is that good. +2 vehicle weapons is on the way for Dream. TeeJa getting his 2-2 and his +1 vehicle weapons, but it does look like Dream wants to get on the aggressive sooner than later. He has his sensor towers to watch out for any kind of counterattack, so he's a bit indecisive. He's kind of going around, and he's going to send off a drop. I think this is fine. He's saying he wants to macro up. He does not want to push out instead. Typically, when you go mech, you want to wait till you're maxed, but the fact that he has these medevacs does give him a little bit of extra kick in his army, as it were. Now TeeJa is getting ready to move out. He does have that 2-2 coming very, very close to completing, but it's going to be pretty difficult to see if he's actually going to be able to take out this force. Now he's going to drop a scan. He sees the army. Dream knows he doesn't have to siege up though until the last possible second, and that's when he can bring the medevacs in, but not able to really do too much as far as harassment. But oh, he's gonna come and siege these tanks up. This is gonna be a crucial moment. He's gonna stem the medevacs, bringing them behind the army, dropping them right on top, and all of these Marines actually taking a ton of damage. Dream really exploiting just how good medevacs can be when you're going mech. He didn't even siege those tanks. He said, I have a bigger army than you. I'm not even worried about it. Now he's gonna drop again on top of the tanks. These Hellbats really, really distracting from the army of Dream, and TeeJa just has to tap out.